it out, man. It's Alchemist. It's the God right
Don't pee right here, you know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to get shitty, man. You know what I'm saying? UGTV is going down.
It's good, y'all. This is Music Soul Channel right now. You are checking out Urban Grind TV.
What up, man? This is Ludacris, and right now you are watching UGTV.
What's happening? It's the Teflon Don Ricky Rouse. And right now you rocking with Urban Grind TV. It's going down. Flock, man. Flock Bell install. 10 minutes. UGTV don't go nowhere.
Yo, what's up? It's Eric Sermon, the Green Light Bandit in Chi-Town. UGTV, you know how I do all day. Represent that. You know what time it is.
Hey, Joel Santana, and right now you checking out Urban Grind TV. Dipset for life, Skull Gang forever, Slow Bucks, keep up. Ooh.
What's up, it's the Patty Cake Man, and you are watching UGTV right here.
It's Big Snoop Dogg, Urban Grind TV, you understand me?
Urban Grind TV, Face Mob in the building. I'll let your motherfucking boy.
Killer Cam, King Joffrey, Joe, Spacey, Sprockets, and right now you watching Urban Grind TV. You know what it is. Dipset, you win.
Yo, check it out, y'all. It's the dead. It's Raekwon the Chef, and you doing it big right now on Urban Grind TV.
What's good, man? It's the God. You know what it is. You watching UGTV.
Yo, what's up? It's DA to the Z, Urban Grind. You know what I mean? Television, keeping y'all updated. Get on the log in, email us, holler back. It's DA to the Z right here, Chicago, baby.
All right, Urban Grind TV family, it's been a long time. Great to see you guys. It's good to be back. And you already know who I am. It's Puerto Rican.creative. You create, I design. And I'm here with a very special guest today, a beautiful Marissa, a model and entrepreneur in the industry. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie. It's been on constant go, constant working.
Always.
But it's always good to be back with the Urban Grind TV family today and to be able to interview you today on my first day back after, like a few weeks. I apologize, guys, for being away so long. But it's a blessing.
Yeah,
and
thank you for having me.
Of course. You know, when they said, you know, we need somebody to interview when you come back, I'm like, all right, it's not too hard. I already know who it is because I've been wanting to talk to you a lot about what you do recently.
Yeah.
What is it that you do for people who don't know?
So I've been in the modeling creative industry for years, and then I kind of ventured into social media management. I was working with businesses, and now I own a agency. I work with influencers, other models, content creators, individuals who are looking to make money, monetize their online presence. So I've kind of just through everything I've done in the modeling industry, in social media, in the content creator space, I'm helping people avoid all the road bumps that I've gone through doing it and straight into making money.
Oh, nice. So she's helping you guys not hit the roadblocks that a lot of us have had to figure out the hard way. So if you guys are ever interested in any of her services, go ahead and hit her up. Where can they find you at, actually?
So my personal Instagram is Meowrissa. That's with 2 E's. It's MEEOWRISSA. And then for my talent agency, it's lucid.talent.
Okay. So it's Meowrissa.
Meowrissa.
And Lucid Talents. For any other models, if you guys want to book any of her models, go ahead, do it through there. If you do want to book her as a model, you already have her Instagram. And if you want to book any of her other services, go ahead and DM her about that in greater detail. But how is it being an entrepreneur, juggling so many things at once?
Yeah. It's very fulfilling.
Okay.
A lot of work. Long days. 12 to 14-hour days. Now I'm not working a corporate job in social media anymore. So how much money I make is going to be dependent on
you.
Yeah, the work I'm putting in.
Right. So then it kind of forces you to do a lot more.
And now that I have this agency where I'm working with actual people versus businesses, which of course when I was working with businesses it's a grind and a hustle, but now I'm doing it not only for myself, it's for everybody that works with me, everybody that has put their trust in me to help manage and brand themselves.
Okay, so it lights like a bigger fire under you then
Yes.
to do more and to
Yes.
continue forward more.
100%.
Even on those days where you're like, damn, I kind of want to sleep in. You're like,
No days off.
I can't.
No
I got
days
people.
off.
I got people under me. You know.
Yep.
Okay, for sure, for sure. And how is it even running a modeling agency?
Like I said, it's a hustle. You know, it's kind of just about adapting.
Okay.
And it also, a lot of the work comes from working one-on-one with my models, because all in all, I am managing and representing a person.
Right.
So helping them build their brand. So it's on the business side, keeping everything, you know, I have to keep all that stable and running, but then I'm individually working with so many other people, and they all need my undivided attention at times. So.
And how do you manage all of that? How do you time manage all of that too?
Girl,
I know that's a lot. I was about to say, because even with me and my schedule and stuff like that, and the way I go about like working and stuff, I have 14-hour days now. I have 4 different type of hats that I wear on and off.
Yep.
And I know that being an entrepreneur, we kind of wear multiple hats. And I know you wear more than 4. So that's where I'm like, dang, like how do I can't, like I do a lot as is and I can hardly manage. I was wondering like what would be some advice that you would give, not just myself, but like those of us that are also like having a hard time like time managing a lot of the stuff that we do.
So one thing I would say is kind of, I don't know, maybe it's been over a year now that I've kind of just really worked on setting boundaries. So I used to run around all day, every day, picking up any modeling job I can, any opportunity, just doing anything that was sent to me, emailed to me, messaged me.
Right.
Yes,
Just
I'll
get your name out there and just to have more like kind of like an exposure portion.
Girl, I had a suitcase in my car. I would be changing in between gigs, and some of them were, it just like wasn't worth my time, effort. And it's not always about like the payment, you know, it's not always about the money, but that is also a big part of it because we got bills to pay.
No, yeah, and I feel like a lot of the times people get it kind of messed up about how awesome we get paid out here. In reality, it's kind of like very stingy, you know. And it's more so not even to like throw no shade, but like just to say hardcore facts. And I feel like a lot of the times models usually are not appreciated as much as they should be for the work that they do. And honestly, how do you go about finding clientele that is even willing to go ahead and value a model's time so much so to be like, okay, I'll pay for whatever you feel or whatever her rates are?
So with Lucid Talent, what it really is, it's a community of creatives.
Okay.
I think after working in the industry for so long, you kind of start to realize that it's everywhere. Everyone in the creative industry is underpaid and overworked. The photographers, the videographers, the models, just anybody involved in it, they are underpaid and overworked. So by setting these boundaries, I've created this ecosystem community of people where we're all getting paid. That's it. If we're not getting paid,
what are we talking about?
Why are we doing it?
Right.
If there's something going on where it's an opportunity or, you know, with a friend, family, of course, why not?
Right.
Take advantage of it, do it. But if it's something where it was me who was going to 5 gigs a day with a suitcase in my car, no one can do that. Like my mental health was just at a low place because I was just tired all the time, running back and forth.
Your body's running off of fumes, barely eating, so stressed out your body doesn't even want to eat sometimes.
Yep.
Or you forget to eat. I'm sorry, do we all have that problem where we forget to eat? Like you just wake
or
up
is it
and
just
you're
a model thing?
Right, I don't know. It's just like on go, you barely are able to grab your coffee or water or whatever you guys drink that day, and it's just like it's just straight go all day.
All day. So that was my goal here, is to create this ecosystem where everybody is making money, doing what they like, creating content, and that was by setting standards and boundaries off the bat. That's it. We did that. We set those standards. We set those boundaries. If there's not a way for everybody involved to, and again, it's not always about payment. Sometimes when I say like get paid, it could mean like, sometimes it'll be exposure, sometimes it'll be helping someone out, or
But it's some form of like interaction. There's a mutual like agreement that something is given and then returned.
And there needs to be benefit in this for everyone involved.
Right. In some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
That way, it's like not one side getting more than the other.
Correct.
And then there being any issues.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And how many models do you manage now?
Girl, I can't even really tell you. So I have different branches of the agency. So we hire out brand ambassadors, print models, commercial models, and then I have a group of models where I fully manage their personal brand and their online presence.
Okay.
And when we're doing online presence, it's not just, I don't have just like a bunch of models where I'm just, helping them post on Instagram. It is immediately monetized. They're immediately making money. It is a grind though.
Yeah.
I think people take that for granted for models and content creators. You're creating content every day. You got to show up every day. You got to let people know more about your life than,
But then you even want to, honestly. And if you're a private person, then content creation is probably not for you.
Yeah.
Modeling, you could probably get away with it. You can like select the few, like photo shoots and stuff like that you do and stuff. You could possibly keep it to just business. But when you're an actual content creator, you share your life.
Yeah.
I don't feel like everybody understands quite literally how much that impacts a person or even their mental health. Even like you said earlier, like with the way everything goes about and the way people go about doing it. And even being able to do so much as to get monetization off of it, that all like is very underrated. And I feel like people really be like, oh, well, they're a content creator. That's so easy. Actually,
it's not.
We're recording what we make for breakfast. We're recording us waking up looking groggy. We're recording us eating dinner. We're recording us cooking. We're recording us picking out outfits for the day.
Yup.
It's like literally our whole life.
Yeah.
And like literally you could do a get ready with me or come with me for the day. And that's like.
But there's more to it. There's recording. There's
editing.
There's the coming up with the posting. There's so much to it, and that's even with modeling as well. Like, people think we're just standing here like pose. It is not. There's some days when we're on runways and we're there for 12 hours.
I'm sorry, call time is usually 9, 10 a.m. sometimes, and doors open at 5:30, and then you're there till 10, 11:30, and it's like.
For a 30-second walk. It's not.
Depending on how many designers you have. Depending. You'll get to do the 30-second walk twice. Or 3 times.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no. And I feel like, shout out to all the models and all the videographers and the photographers out there and the backstage managers and the designers and everybody that makes the fashion industry possible. Because honestly, nobody gives us our thank yous enough and nobody gives us our props enough. But we got it, guys. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on creating. We're gonna keep on making like the fashion industry like bow. We're just gonna keep on blowing it out the water. And especially Chicago's been coming up, right?
Yeah. Chicago is one of the harder places. I've lived in LA for a little bit. I've done some work in New York, Florida. Chicago is, we're finally getting there. We're finally getting the appreciation we deserve.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know what? Being a Chicago creative and being a Chicago native, like living here my whole life, I can't say one thing. Chicago tests you. Does it not?
Girl.
Does it not? Does it not?
And
if you're a model, like let's say just like moving in, you probably don't have a car. So not only does it test you like creatively or in like that aspect professionally, it tests you in people, CTA, transportation, walking, all of that stuff, especially with your big suitcase and it being 50, 60 pounds sometimes, maybe, who knows what you have going on.
Don't let it be winter.
Oh man. The snow, the inches, and let you not be wearing heels with inches.
Girl.
You're gonna die. You're gonna be dying. Right?
I'm having flashbacks right now.
My ankle's killing me. My ankle's stabbing me right now. But yeah, no. So I'm definitely grateful for Chicago, definitely, but it does have its hardships. But
there's nothing like Chicago.
But there's all love. It's all love, most definitely, and a lot of pride from our city too. But if they always want to go ahead and be booked as a model even outside the state,
Mm-hmm.
can they still contact you?
Yes. So we are currently nationwide. There have been a few worldwide gigs that we've had, but not too many.
Okay.
So as far as to apply to be a model, we are accepting model applications all the time. You could just head over to the Instagram, send us a DM. We'll send you a form, and you can fill it out, and we will contact each and every model. And then as far as booking models, that's through the Instagram as well. There is a link via the website.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
And you guys already know where to find her at her Instagram, Marissa. And you already know her talent agency, Lucid Talents.
Yep.
For all of you guys interested, you already know where to find her. And you definitely know where to find me. It's Puerto Rican.creative. You create, I design. And thank you once again for joining us on a Wednesday night, UGTV family. We're out.
Hi, I'm Marissa, and thank you so much, Urban Grind TV, for having me.
Attention artists, producers, and record labels. Are you ready to elevate your music career? Urban Grind TV will get your music video on BET Jams. That's right, guaranteed airplay for your music video on BET Jams. You'll receive a minimum of 6 to 12 plays, gaining you massive exposure to fans and industry insiders. Just contact Urban Grind TV and we take care of everything. The professional video preparation, the closed captioning, the submission, and the music video placement with the results guaranteed. Just contact Urban Grind TV, send us your file via WeTransfer, complete the payment securely on our website, urbangrindtv.com, and we handle the rest. All you need to do is call 888-380-1913 and visit urbangrindtv.com to get started today. Urban Grind TV, where your music meets the spotlight.
What's up, everybody? This your boy, Chertkow, the Kansas City Chief. Wanted to let y'all know that new album, The Devil Is a Lie, is available on all streaming platforms. Make sure you go out and show some support. To all promoters, I am now accepting tour dates for 2025. The name of the tour is Back Like I Never Left. For booking info, you can get it below. And make sure to follow your boy Chertkow on all my socials. And you can find that below as well. 2025, Back Like I Never Left. Now accepting booking dates. Holla.
Yo, what's the word? It's SMG Zello, aka Thought Boy Zello, the Talk a Lot artist, man. In the beginning, it was hard for me to get exclusives and to get promo for my music. But guess what? UGTV has that, man. Call the number below and they will help you out, man. It was the best thing I did for myself.
SMG shit. Shout out SEM. From Memphis to the rack. From the rack back. Still focused. Working. Grinding for everything and nothing less. Gang. I'm on the ground like, whoa. Plenty of fish, you won't pay for the kitty. I probably hit once, then I ghost. Move like the Kennedy, I'm at your energy. Who is that boy? I don't know. He use a drum, so he up in the scope. Keep your friends safe and your enemies close. Brody a demon, he get in his mode. Empty the clip, so he gotta reload. Take what he on, I won't go in his pockets. I see through the cap, so that boy better stop it. I'm trying to see cash that don't fit in the wallet. SMG coming, we trying to make profit. Good talk with sinister, say it's no option. I use my technique, stick and move like I'm boxing. I been gave the word, so they ready to box him. I open up doors, thought you needed a locksmith. All of these drugs, can't nobody just drop me. Bro, Uncle with stick in the back of the party. All of these niggas play game what they like, but you cannot respond. No, this shit not Atari. Niggas be hating for any little reason, but I'ma keep rapping these features with Barbie. Trim this shit down till I get to the top. Now I'm about to offset like I'm dealing with Cardi. I'm going back to back, feeling like Pat. They was sleeping on Zello. Wake up from the nap. They put bread on his top since that boy wanna cap. I get money, you don't. Let's just keep it a stack. If I sign a contract, I bet that bitch a max. I got smoke, so it's lit. I'm on fire like a match. Can't be chasing the bitch, so I'm chasing the sack. If you don't got a problem, we make it like that. Plenty of fish, hit once, then I ghost. Move like the Kennedy, I'm at your energy. Who is that boy? I don't know. He use a drum, so he up in the scope. Keep your friends safe, your enemies close. Brody a demon, he get in his mode. Empty the clip, so he gotta reload. Take what he on, I won't go in his pockets. I see through the cap, so that boy better stop it. I'm trying to see cash that don't fit in the wallet. SMG coming, we trying to make profit. Good talk with sinister, say it's no option. I use my technique, stick and move like I'm boxing. I big A the word, so they ready to box him. I open up doors, thought you needed a locksmith.
Sinister gang, we doing the damn thing, ain't doing the damn thing. It's too many haters and so many fakers. They love the haters, we soul players. Don't care what they talking, the money is popping. Got it in motion, ain't no boasting. Me and the team, taking the world. That's Urban Grind, that's SCM, that's SMG. Whoever else under the umbrella coming across like the good fellas. Spencer Cologne, they love the smell of us. Only a few, like where's the rest of us? I'm counting this money, I'm keeping it on me. Drinking this liquor like what is wrong with me? I'm rolling these raws, don't mess with woods. Niggas run up, I wish they would. Getting this money, they wish they could. I won't explain, should be understood. The way that I'm walking, the way that I'm talking, there's something about me. They love, they hate me. These niggas is talking, these bitches is stalking. This shit is appalling. I wanna keep ballin', so stay out my way. I'm not here for play. We coming through, so clear the way.
Plenty of fish, you won't pay for the kitty. I probably hit once, then I ghost. Move like the Kennedy, I'm at your energy. Who is that boy? I don't know. He use a drum, so he up in the scope. Keep your friends safe, your enemies close. Brody a demon, he get in his mode. Empty the clip, so he gotta reload. Take what he on, I won't go in his pockets. I see through the cap, so that boy better stop it. I'm trying to see cash that don't fit in the wallet. SMG coming, we trying to make profit. Good talk with sinister, say it's no option. I use my technique, stick and move like I'm boxing. I big A the word, so they ready to box him. I open up doors, thought you needed a locksmith.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business. And I'm here to tell you about the Music Royalty Registration Program. That's right, you can monetize your music and secure your rights with the 14 to 16 essential registrations to protect and maximize your earnings. But why choose this program? Great question. How about getting paid for every stream, download, or play? Save time and effort with expert guidance. Ensure proper credit and ownership. And there's also those music licensing opportunities. For more information, visit urbangrindtv.com or call us at 888-380-1913. Hit the line up and get your grind up.
Are you an artist, model, or entertainer? Do you need help with bookings, castings, or even engagement on your platforms? Hit up Urban Grind TV today and let them get you right.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com. What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business. Live from Smoky Studios, the Windy City, Chi-Town. Check us out.
It's your boy Sinister Entertainer, aka Mr. Sinister Music Group. Today is Wednesday, Urban Grind TV Day.
That's right.
Yeah, man, and you already know it's Puerto Rican.creative. You create a design, and it's been a long Wednesday for your girl. You feel me?
Yeah, I know your hair, like, you got, like,
it's all over the place. Yeah. My hair's all over the place, just like my ankles.
It changed colors though. Like.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I did my hair. I changed my color. You know, I wanted it to be blue, but you know, I hadn't dyed my hair in such a long time that like it didn't take to bleach fully. So I gotta wait a couple weeks and then it'll be blue.
And do it.
Yeah, it'll be blue.
It's like when the barber throws your lineup back.
Oh, whoa. At least no, but this still looks good. You cannot push a lineup.
Well, they had to
back.
just spray it.
Yeah,
That's the worst.
Speaking of barbers, pregame we were talking about our director here, John Daniel.
Yikes!
And cheating on his barber.
It's the snitching.
I'm not gonna say but it's cheating on the barber.
Man.
How is that? I'm snitching.
Oh, yeah.
I'm snitching, or is it?
He's never in.
You got a new barber, so you replaced the old barber. So how do you feel about barber? And so you're a makeup artist, right?
Okay.
Now, how would you feel if your clients went to other people? Now, how do you feel about that? Because that happens, right?
It does happen. It depends whether I was available that day or not, whether you get some grace. But I promise you,
John,
I'm gonna look at the work. I'm gonna look at the work once they post the pictures from any event. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you look like that because you went to somebody else.
Okay. Wow. John, was it a matter of availability or convenience?
No, I've been wanting to try a new place for a long time.
You don't want to try a new place?
So you were unsatisfied with your barber for a while.
He had that itch.
Yikes.
Man.
He had that itch.
I got that
shots fired. So I don't know. Maybe John doesn't value the intimate relationship. What's your barber's name, John?
I like the place. I'm gonna try a different guy next time.
All right.
He's not even loyal to the
Was it sport clips or supercuts?
No, it was the gentleman's barber shop.
The gentleman's.
The padded leather seat.
That's where I know somebody that used to work there. I'm not gonna say his name, but my dad knows who he is. That's where he used to work. Well, today, look, we got a dope show. It's Behind the Grind. Topic is the power of visual branding and crafting your image in the entertainment industry. So a short preview coming up. We got the importance of visual branding in entertainment. We're going to talk about how to create a consistent, compelling image across all your platforms, right? Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about the role social media has in building and amplifying your brand. What else we got, Sinister?
We got balancing authenticity with mass appeal, working with designers and photographers to enhance visual identity.
Right, so that's just a little preview of what's coming up today. Make sure you stay tuned and rock with us. Check us out at urbangrindtv.com. Now, so the first thing that comes in is, what is visual branding and why is it important?
Visual branding, honestly, is the image or style in which you portray yourself or your brand, what you like to be seen as, and what you typically would be allowing people to at least put you in a category under. Yeah. So if you are a car person, you're going to always post car content, and you're going to go ahead and post your favorite vehicles or your vehicle or whatever the case may be, and boom, you get put into the carnage. Now, if you're into makeup, but you're posting like skincare, or that might like blur the lines a little bit, then you become like a dual content creator type deal.
So maybe it's what role that you play is seeing how you can blur it. Yeah. But I think it even goes a little bit deeper in that. It's just your actual visual, like you said, what you post.
Right.
And how it looks. It's your style. Like, I remember, and it's an old thing they say, is it's people don't always remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's what's really important, is like, how do you make them feel when they look at it? And the reason it's essential, in this genre, image is everything. And a strong visual image, what it helps you do, it helps you stand out. Mm-hmm. And it'll make your music and your brand and whatever else you're pushing.
It's basically like your identity.
Yes. It'll make it more impactful. And that's what we're all looking to. You have hundreds of thousands of songs a day being released, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know how many models, but we should probably looking at, and like people that are entering the modeling and acting and entertainment industry daily. So you have to compete with that, right? You have to stand out amongst that.
Right.
So how else do you stand out? It starts with your brand, right? You can't be like a champagne style, but your stuff is beer quality.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And you always want to have quality over quantity.
Exactly.
In the industry, I feel like at the beginning, okay, yeah, you can have your little quantities, I guess, but once you actually establish yourself in the industry that you're in, you most definitely have to start looking more into quality type aspects of rebranding. I feel like that's why a lot of people in the beginning, they start off one way, and then you'll see them kind of decline a little bit, and they'll be like, all right, well, we're rebranding, and then they start managing themselves or their business completely differently, and their personality and their persona that they go ahead and like make sure that everybody sees or their clients see on the internet is for what their typical goal is to accomplish.
That should be authentic. I think we talked about in the last show, Randy. It's like anything, because if you're not authentic, what happens? Like,
you end up not being you, not authentic. Not
people see through it.
You know, it's
people are gonna see through that you're not real.
People you could recognize real. So
right. So when we talk about the power of branding and how do you craft your image, Sinister? What's some tips that we can give them? Like on the how-tos.
You gotta figure out what you're trying to say. You gotta identify your message.
Your message. You know? What do you want to say, right?
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that way. When you figure out what you were trying to say, you can learn how to convey it or elaborate in a way that's relatable.
Right, and it should be a reflection of who you are. Mm-hmm. If you're an artist, a producer, a model, right? Mm-hmm. An entertainer.
Yeah.
You might be a dancer, right? Maybe you're a makeup artist and you have a certain style or something that you kind of like you're known for, right? So these are the how-tos. You got to identify your message and your values, and then what's the next best piece of advice that we came up with is analyze the branding of the top people. So the top artists, the top models, the top etc., and see how are they communicating their message. Granted, we may not be able to go brick for brick because you may not have the budget, but again, the concept, it's about like stealing ideas, right, and making them original.
You basically got to study. You got to study what you don't know.
It's the algorithm.
And they've been there before, So
and what works.
Exactly.
They spend a lot of money to companies and branding and stuff like that to figure out what works. So you just need to catch a little bit of that wave, right? If you get a little bit of that action, you'll do good.
Attention artists, producers, and record labels. Are you ready to elevate your music career? Urban Grind TV will get your music video on BET Jams. That's right, guaranteed airplay for your music video on BET Jams. You'll receive a minimum of 6 to 12 plays, gaining you massive exposure to fans and industry insiders. Just contact Urban Grind TV and we take care of everything. The professional video preparation, the closed captioning, the submission, and the music video placement with the results guaranteed. Just contact Urban Grind TV, send us your file via WeTransfer, complete the payment securely on our website, urbangrindtv.com, and we handle the rest. All you need to do is call 888-380-1913 and visit urbangrindtv.com to get started today. Urban Grind TV, where your music meets the spot.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Cut Calhoun, the Kansas City Chief. Wanted to let y'all know that new album, The Devil Is a Lie, is available on all streaming platforms. Make sure you go out and show some support. To all promoters, I am now accepting tour dates for 2025. The name of the tour is Back Like I Never Left. For booking info, you can get it below. And make sure to follow your boy Cut Calhoun on all my socials. And you can find that below as well. 2025, Back Like I Never Left. Now accepting booking dates. Holla.
Staring out the window, this a different view. I'm staring at a yacht or swimming in my pool. Yeah, baby, I'm my purse, drinks, bar, shoes. And I don't know who here for what. I've been too confused. Okay, I bought all of that lies and I'm still rich. You got problems, but you know I do it real shit, yeah. I got 50 in that clip, this a kill tip. D, how you get to where you at? I took big risks, yeah. 20 racks. What that is? I don't know how that feel. 40 racks in the air. I flew private air. Ran out of places to put these diamonds. Patrick Star my ear. TSA, invisible cut. I just skip a clear. Ain't no time for love. Ain't no time for time. Ain't no time for it. Bitch, it ain't no time for no extra time. I don't got that much. My baby mama don't need no new butt. Just a tummy tuck. A South Park legend posted up in Malibu. We turning up. Chopping shit out, burn them up. Roll that weed up, burn one up. Police at, cuff her up. Think about these hoes, is they gon' fuck? Damn, make back trips. For a drink, come out the cut. I still ain't slept. I been up, that's from the dawn to fucking dust. Heard me twice, like once ain't much. I'm sorry, baby, I had it rough. Extended clip, right by the bus. They gon' do the double dutch. M's in the bank that I can't touch. Not a soul here that I ever trust. Maybach, not a Beamer truck. If I want your bitch, she'll leave it out the window. This a different view. I'm staring at a yacht or swimming in my pool. Yeah, baby, I'm a purse, drinks, bars, showing. And I don't know who here for what. I been too confused. Okay, I bought all of that lies and I'm still rich. You got problems, but you know I do it real shit. Yeah, I got 50 in that clip. This a kill tip. D, how you get to where you at? I took big risks. Yeah, baby, go find me some wide. Wow, fat power in the city, let my top drop. You can't go back to your city, bitch, you re-rock. Free my dog, he staring at his time through a G-Shock. Don't hit my phone like, get me out. I just bought a crib, we bought another block. Hit him with that Glock, go buy another Glock. Malibu Oasis, this another spot. Baby, how this shit gon' end with APE on top? I ain't slept, in some days, I been chasing rock. I ain't slept, in some days, I been seeing shit. I ain't slept, in some days, you know crime pays up. I ain't slept in a few days, come here, can we lay up? In the studio all night, so baby, don't you wait up. You can question me if I don't come home with my cake up. Break your heart or break your jaw, baby, I don't play for. Baby made it out the Malibu, I'm staring out the window, this a different view. I'm staring at a yacht or swimming in my pool. Yeah, baby, I'm a purse, drinks, bars, showing. And I don't know who here for what. I been too confused. Okay, I bought all of that lies and I'm still rich. You got problems, but you know I do it real shit. Yeah, I got 50 in that clip. This a kill tip. D, how you get to where you at? I took big risks. Yeah.
I'm on the ground like, whoa. Plenty of fish, you won't pay for the kitty. I probably hit once, then I ghost. Move like the Kennedy, I'm at your energy. Who is that boy? I don't know. He use a drum, so he up in the scope. Keep your friends safe and your enemies close. Brody a demon, he get in his mode. Empty the clip, so he gotta reload. Take what he on, I won't go in his pockets. I see through the cap, so that boy better stop it. I'm trying to see cash that don't fit in the wallet. SMG coming, we trying to make profit. Good talk with sinister, say it's no option. I use my technique, stick and move like I'm boxing. I been gave the word, so they ready to box him. I open up doors, thought you needed a locksmith. All of these drugs, can't nobody just drop me. Bro, buckle with stick in the back of the part. All of these niggas play game what they like, but you cannot respond. No, this shit not Atari. Niggas be hating for any little reason, but I'ma keep rapping these features with Barbie. Trim this shit down till I get to the top. Now I'm about to offset like I'm dealing with Cardi. I'm going back to back, feeling like Pat. They was sleeping on Zello. Wake up from the nap. They put bread on his top since that boy wanna cap.
What's going on? It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is My Business from Urban Grind TV. I'm here to announce my brand new book is out. It's available everywhere books are sold. It's titled Music is My Business, the ultimate startup guide to the music business. You can check it out at musicbusinessebook.com, Amazon Books, Barnes & Nobles, and everywhere that books are sold. And it will help you turn your love for music into a sustainable career. Check us out, musicbusinessebook.com.
The third piece is create a mood board. Something that captures your brand's vibe, the colors, the fonts, the text, the images, the stuff that matches your music and your personal style, right? Like, I mean, I guess modeling, you're more flexible, but like, if we're hip hop, we're not gonna have something that may be like a more of a country style,
right,
or a Latin flair, because it may not fit.
Exactly.
You say, you know what, that font don't look good with my stuff. But how do I know that? you know. But if I have a kit that I can give them, say, look, here's my kit, here's the colors, here's my promo, my pictures, good fonts, my name, the logos. The more you provide for them, the more you establish an identity, you know. So that was like big when we picked out like the font for Urban Grind and going through and say, what does this say about us? We want it to be bold, we want it to be strong, but we also want it to be like it's Urban Grind. So when you out in the grind, you know what, your shoes get dirty.
Right.
You're not gonna be clean.
Right.
You're gonna be sweaty. Athena's like, I'm tired. This is the grind, right? Everybody's on the grind. It's Wednesday night, Chi-Town in the city. And this is round 2, round 3, and you know,
no sleep.
Right, no sleep. But that's the thing is, you have to be comfortable
dead.
being uncomfortable for a little bit to get the life that you want, to create the stuff. And you know, we all have something, but it starts with your brand, your branding, and how are you conveying the message. Some people have really good brand, but maybe they could be stronger on conveying the message. You know, and the game changes, doesn't it? Like social media
you always
trends.
Have to adapt. You have to be a chameleon
right.
in this industry, man.
You're constantly adapting, and that's the big thing. Is across anything, you have to adapt, or you die. And one of the biggest things, and I can tell people personally from experience, is the first thing I did was crafting a cohesive brand right across platforms. Is consistency is key. That's all I want to say. Consistency is key. You know, and that's, you know, this is John, probably 10, 12 years every week, making sure that the show is cut and edited. You got to make a day or 2 nights, whatever it takes to make sure the stuff is put together so it can go to broadcast, right? And then it takes us, the people meeting, to get down, produce the content, talk about it, right? And if you do that every day, consistent, people will begin to notice.
Exactly.
So it's no different. So I don't care if it's working out, how you get the best results, right? Consistency, right?
You gotta get people proud of
Like
themselves.
if you're trying to talk to somebody, if you're courting someone and you want to holler at her, you can't call her like every other month or something and think you're gonna get some action, right? You gotta be consistent.
You gotta have some follow up with that one,
right,
homeboy.
Yeah, right. But it's exactly true. It's just the consistency is key when you're trying to do your branding. And you know what? I think it's okay if you're wrong sometimes. I think it's okay if you try things and you don't like it. I've done stuff and I've worked on the branding and we've tried things with my own company, and I've thought, like, you know what, that probably didn't work. You know what I mean, for the time. But you know what? I gave it a try and I liked it. And the more freedom you have with your own brand, the best.
Exactly.
Right? So you can go ahead and do that. But why make simple mistakes that when there's information out there, right? There's data out there and you can look and say, you know what, let's not start from the bottom. Let's start from like the middle and we can work our way up there. So core colors, fonts, and visual styles are big. And you can, that way you can give them to your designer. You can give them to the person making your album cover, your headshots, designing your website. You say, here's some stuff that works with our brand.
Right.
It matches with our logo perfectly.
Exactly.
Right? And
hey.
this complements her hairstyle. This complements this thing. It's like filters, right? Women like certain filters and stuff. And I'm sure men too, right? Filters when they're doing pictures because it complements them. So what you're just doing is you're putting that together and you're saying, hey, this is me. So behind the scenes, as people are doing content and doing things with you could say, hey, here's my kit.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it, people are looking. Some people probably maybe, may not love it, but you'll make a better product because why? You've tested it, you know it works. Maybe it's like lipstick color. You know you can't wear every color, right? That's gonna won't complement.
Who said I can't?
I didn't say you. Yeah,
you
can't.
No. Who
Not
said
everything.
I can't? Yes, I can.
Not everything is gonna
I can.
complement every skin tone.
That's up to a personal opinion.
Yeah, it's an opinion.
Because
but that might be a majority opinion. Is all I'm saying.
I do whatever I
Okay, you might be the minority, but the majority opinion is that certain things don't work, right? I think there's certain colors that if I wear with my complexion, I don't think it complements me. You can, but there's other things that may complement you more. And that's all I'm saying. Go out, make the mistakes, try it. But you know what you got to do is you got to literally sit down and focus and make you a brand kit one day. And the brand kit is really important because then that's you. You know what to use. And it's big, as simple as having your name spelled. Like I want my full name, right? Because I'll bug John if it's changed. If it's on a flyer, I want Wally Lockard III. You know what I mean? And then on air, and then if it's something online, then I want my JD. Put some respect on my name, right? I got a Juris Doctorate. So that's just about how do you want to, you might want, I used to spell your name wrong when I first got Athena, right, sir?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, that's not how my name's spelled. That's a brand kit.
Yeah.
And that's important. So that's just letting people know how you roll. And high quality images. Your photos. When people say, hey, send me a photo, I'm going to make a flyer. I'm going to put you on the flyer. Yo, send them a good photo. Don't send them nothing like, even though like I go the extra step, I'll cut the background out and stuff like that. Have a professional pictures. And you know what? Take them all the time. Take them at least, we do them every week, you know, but like take them once a year. You know, it's coming up on that time that we got to do them again, right? So you got to have the professional photos. You got to have top quality stuff.
You gotta have top
why not do it if you're in the business? Why not have it? We take photos all the time.
Oh yeah, holla at your boy Johnny D.
Yep, John Daniel. You can hit him up, you know, and get some pictures because it's part of your brand. Why not? You know, it's like having a new car and you tell them don't paint it, don't paint the car.
Right.
I got rims, I got engine, I got sound system, but I don't got no paint on it. It's the extra step. It's the high quality. There's really no excuse for that. There's tools like Canva, and you can work with designers and stuff like that online. They will help you create a brand kit where you can just work with colors, and you go on there. And
I feel like Canva's simple.
It's pretty cool. And there's levels. If you do the premium subscriptions and other stuff like that, then there's more options. You can download more things. If anything, it's really great to start with like template stuff. And what you do is you always see what works for you. And you'll build your own thing. And you know what it does? It saves time. Let's be real. Time is a big thing with us because we're wearing multiple hats, right?
Many hats.
So if we're doing many hats,
the
way we're gonna save time is we're gonna start with something that works, and we'll know like, hey, the font looks good in this color.
And be trial and error.
Right. When you got Sinister Music Group, you know it's gonna be this color. And a lot of companies, when you work with them, when you do distribution, especially like TV, radio, other brands, they will have a folder with their rules. And they'll say, if you want to use our trademark property, this is how it must be. And they'll tell you specifically how the sizes or maybe the color, or you can't alter the colors to make it fit because that's somebody's property, that's somebody's stuff. So they get picky with it. I think you guys should be picky with it too, right? Because you're worth $1 million, right?
It's our
plus 10 million, 100 million.
It's our brand.
What do you want to build it, right? It's your brand. So you should be picky with it when it comes to that. Talk to me about social media's role in visual branding. What do you know about it? How do you feel about it, Dina?
I feel like as a model, honestly, this has a lot to do with me and the way like I go about doing my work, even in the industry, is like making sure that when I showcase myself, I showcase my best work forward. You know, I don't know why you laughing. It sounds serious. No, showcasing my best work forward, because at the beginning, you kind of like are taking on everything that comes at you, right? And then when you get in the industry further, you're starting to look at more quality stuff. You're starting to look for more quality shoots, more quality like commercials, or more even like quality opportunities and stuff like that. So
I agree, but I think that's the right thing to do, though. I don't think you should turn nothing down in the beginning. I think you need that experience, because how do you know a good one from a bad one? How do you know a professional setting or what you want from what you don't?
I mean,
Don't you kind of got to do that in the beginning? Because it's like producers, you don't know what's real, or management or record labels or people that you're trying to work with. You don't know. It is a gamble. But I agree. So you get more picky because why? You know what you want and you know your value, right?
Yeah, and then not even that, you want people of higher quality, of upper echelon, to actually want you for their brand. You want better designers, you want better content, brand deals, you want better like access to certain things that you normally wouldn't if you were to stay at the status that you started at.
True.
You have access to a lot more niches and a lot more people in that aspect too, because whenever you need something now, you have access to certain people that you normally wouldn't have access to before.
Right, because why? Because you look at them and you say, you know what, they do this kind of music or this kind of photography, or they like these kind of models, and you say, that fits with what I want to do, I want to work with them. right? So you are basically catering to their need. You know what they're looking for. So it's important. So if we know what people are looking for, we just got to do that on a bigger level, right? On a macro level.
Yeah.
Say what do people want, but in a broader audience. It's not like a catch-all, right?
No.
It's not. Nobody agrees on everything.
No, you're just casting a bigger net.
And it's not like you want to reach all of America. You want to be more specific. You want to say people that like hip hop or music, or people that are casting models, right?
Yeah.
Are casting people that are who's gonna help me?
Who's booking?
I think I could be in a room with you. Could be in the right room, like a thing like Global Mix, or other conferences, or South by, where you know what, you could be in a room with 20 people, make a contact with maybe 2 or 3, and those people could have the potential to introduce you or collaborate with you on a level that could change your life, as opposed to doing broad social media marketing or just saying like 1,000 people saw my post.
Right.
But like those other people, like they saw it, but they're not my demo.
Right.
They're not gonna come support me. They're not gonna hire me. Do you care if all the people that saw are never gonna book you? It's nice, right, to get the look, but how do you get paid? By getting booked for the makeup, the modeling.
Unless you know how to monetize correctly, and then you get paid for the views. But yeah, other
right.
than that,
But you want to convert it, right? Because those opportunities will bring other opportunities.
Right. The more people you network with, the more clientele you actually personally get to talk to, the more it'll
So I just think it's more focused. So instead of saying, I want to paint this whole wall, I'm going to say, you know what? I want to paint the chalkboard instead. I want to start with the board. Because the board has my demographic, and the board has people that I want to attract and I want to follow me. You know what? I know what they want. It's just like politics, right? Politicians and people tend to say stuff, whatever side they're on, that appeals to their party or people with similar beliefs. So I just think you got to be likable. I don't always think it's the best. Necessarily, it got to be perfect, or you got to have the best ideas. You just got to be likable and people.
Yeah. That's being likable was very important. That's
or hate you.
That's
you can make money off that too, right?
You can.
I mean, you see a lot of celebrities already doing that anyways.
Yeah. So when you're curating your Instagram feed, what are some of the things you guys, rules you guys have when you're posting stuff and pictures?
Make sure ain't nobody else brand on my stuff. You gotta make sure if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna be representing the brand, make sure that brand is paying you.
Okay. What if it's just like another artist or somebody you just met and it was like love and y'all take a picture and you plan to post it?
No gang signs.
That's smart. No guns.
No guns.
Right.
I need to be approachable. I need to be like, are you this type of person? And this is our identity. This is how people are going to be perceiving us.
I gotta tell Athena no guns all the time on the pictures. But
we got a metal detector right there just because Athena was coming here with
put the detectors in.
Mad ammo. Like I don't know what she
big 30s.
Man.
Yes, it's crazy.
Half the size of her body.
Right.
She walk around like
that's why
her
I always wonder why she wore the trench coat.
Yeah.
But now the trench coat makes sense. Now it's making sense. Yeah, it's total
She
sense.
wish a Negro would.
I do it
yes.
to hide my fatigue. I wear the trench coat to hide my fatigue and vitamin.
No.
That's exactly what an assassin would say.
I think just, what's funny is that I see a lot of people that will post everything. Like I'm not big on, when you're a public figure, I mean, it depending on what kind of fan base, if you have people that are constantly looking, then you got to feed them content. You know what I mean? And you have to feed them. And then there's other stuff where you're like fishing. And you're like, all right, I shout out to all the followers, shout out to all the people, but I want to reach more people because I can do more if more people see me. Right? So now it's just expanding, right? You want to level up. You want to grow the numbers and do it. And what do you want to do? You want to do it being respectable, meaning I don't want to have to like invoke violence. I don't want to have to recommend over sexually content, right? This is like, you want to do it like a boss.
Yeah.
Say, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not calling nobody sellout, nothing. Everybody has their hustle and the way they do
everybody got what they gonna
All
do.
I'm saying is there's no shame in the game.
No
but what
shame in your game.
I'm saying is
it's just not my game. It's not my game.
It's not my game, right? I just don't roll like that.
It's just not my cup of tea.
And there's a lane for everybody. So however you get it. And I happen to like support everybody in their hustle. But there's certain things that I don't see fit with me personally as a person. and I don't see that fit with Urban Grind, and I think we're one and the same, because I think that's, you got to have some kind of baseline in what you feel where you would recommend. I wouldn't do nothing to anybody I work with or my own stuff that I wouldn't do to myself, right? You know, so that's when it comes in. It's like, you know, that's how you got to own your business. You got to be that serious and say, you know what, this don't fit. And that just comes down to saying, you know what, I'm not going to do something just because it makes pace.
Yeah.
I'm not going to compromise my integrity or anything I do. So people talk about curating your Instagram feed. Make sure you've got an overall aesthetic. Make sure either it's always polished, you got nice street visuals. People are big on behind the scenes content. Studio sessions, music videos. People love to see a look inside the process.
Yeah.
The things we do, like on a weekly for a living, are really cool. It's the best job ever. I would recommend it. If you can do it. It's the best.
Hey.
But like, and people that love that are like sitting at work or they're doing stuff and like, man, this looks cool. It is that cool. But it's a grind. Yeah. And your hours may not start at 8 a.m. They may start in the evening and go into the wee hours or et cetera, right? So you might have back to back, but this is the fun of it. And I think the more we give people an inside look, I've always been real private, so I struggle to do that more and more and say, look,
you like me, you introverted.
I'm introverted, right? So, but not, you know, it's one thing to say, you know what, I think it is a pretty cool process. I think it is cool, especially at this studio, and just getting into place and going through it. And we'll show more later. But like what we do on a daily is really cool. And just the meetings and, you know, bugging John and just the team getting together and everybody catching up on what's going on.
Yeah.
In our life, how can we collaborate? And that's really big. I want to recommend something. I sent it to you guys, I think, on the group. It's a TED Talk. This lady has a thing called Isolation is the Dream Killer. And they would get people together, and it does some amazing things. And if you just meet with people, if you just network and talk to people, and don't ask them how you're doing. Don't say, because people they don't care when you ask them. Ask them, what do you got going on? How can I help you? What do you got happening? Because if they hear that, they may tell you something, and it may trigger something that'll lead to opportunities. And if you watch this video, it's really dope. You'll see what I'm talking about. Like, you can't even describe it. It's out there in the universe. There's people out there you need to meet. We got to collaborate with. It all starts with a conversation with people. And, you know, shout out Marissa. She was dope, and she shared a lot of info. I knew what to ask. So I would invoke, like, give me more about you, more information. I don't want to watch the show. I want to hear it first and then see it out here. So that's really cool.